So I've got an interesting one to share with you guys today. So this company, redproclub.com, they sent me a pre-modded new 3DS XL for purpose of review, and obviously to promote their site. And I guess no matter how I present this video, ultimately in the end, that's what it's going to do, promote their site. But I want to explain a few things before we really get into what it is they sent me and what I think about it. So obviously, you don't need to buy a modded 3DS from anyone. I bought one or two before from like AliExpress just as an experiment to see what you would actually get. But we all know to, get custom firmware on a 3DS, it's one of the most simplest processes there are for hacking a console. It really only takes minutes of your time getting custom firmware going on your 3DS to allow you to do things like run homebrew, bypass region locks, use custom themes, emulate retro consoles, download and install and play 3DS games, and plenty of other things, original DS games, stuff like that, right? All you simply have to do is have a 3DS, any 3DS, go to 3ds.hacks.guide and follow the guide. It explains it very well. It's really the only source you should use. It's never really advisable to use a YouTube video tutorial for a few reasons. One, the video could be out of date. Another, it could be using a method that you shouldn't be using. It also could be doing things incorrectly or doing things that you don't actually need or want. So it's better to look through the guide yourself. If you watch a video, if you actually want to watch a video, I suggest just utilizing it as a confidence booster just to see how easy it is to do and not actually as a tutorial. Like if I were to do a 3DS modding video, that's how I would present it anyway. So back to this modded 3DS. So the model 3DS this company sent me, while it looks like a Majora's Mask new 3DS XL, it's actually not. It has a replacement shell. So Majora's Mask shell replacements, they cost anywhere from what I'm seeing between $10 to $40 for these fakes of varying quality. I've seen them in person before. Some look closer to the originals than others. It's just the way it goes. So this one on this system, while not perfect, it does look better than a lot that I've seen, especially with the gold coloring. A lot of them I've seen in person, they've been like quite a bit more dull in color. I don't know how to explain it, just like not as gold, kinda. It's kind of weird. But as far as like an authentic Majora's Mask new 3DS XL goes for, if you look at price charting, a real one, loose, like $375 to like $400. Now, if you just look at a basic new 3DS XL, a black one, a US version, around $226. A Japanese one, around $170. But to note, price charting is not gospel. It just takes averages of recent sold listings that meet the categories for loose, new, complete, so on and so forth. Now, there can be like abnormal sales that throw those numbers off, like systems that were sold with games, they're modded, special in some way, maybe like IPS screens on the 3DS, I don't know. And it can increase the price. Sometimes you can see that in the listings that are on price charting that they have posted. Misclassified sales, they can be reported, but I just doubt anybody is really taking the time to go through any of that. There can always be better deals found, is what my point is. But price charting is just nice to use to get kind of an idea what the market looks like. That's all my point really is. You can get a new 3DS XL for a very reasonable price out there compared to what Red Pro Club is selling a pre-modded system for. So this system, they're selling the one that I got for $350. It comes with a 128 gigabyte micro SD card. Now, it was fairly nicely set up. It has like, holy crap, like I got the exact number on my calculator here, 137 3DS games installed, plus numerous DS games, Game Boy Advance games, Super Nintendo games. There are a lot of like retro games on there. The AliExpress 3DS systems that I got pre-modded, they did not have 3DS games pre-installed. They were just like on the micro SD card. You had to install them yourself. Now this does have like, the H shop, the Ghosty shop, all that kind of stuff. So you could just connect online and download these games and install them yourself. But okay, I give this system that. It has a bunch of games already pre-installed to where you don't have to waste time downloading and installing games. Now, the one thing with buying a pre-modded system from somebody, especially from a site like this, which I've never heard of before. I've never heard of redproclub.com. I know some people in the past have told me, like, this was sent to me out of Canada. I know people in the past have told me that sometimes these sites that are in Canada, they're actually a front for like companies out of China to just kind of try to seem more legit. It could be true. I don't know. It's a little beside the point anyway. It does kind of seem like that. But my fear is like, hey, if you buy one of these things and there's something wrong with it, like, would a company like this really handle that? So when I received this, I did have issues. Now, I'm a YouTuber, so would these guys take care of this for an average customer? I have no way to guarantee that. I don't know. Did they take care of it for me? Well, they were going to, because I'm a YouTuber. I was going to make a video for them. But the issues I had, I fixed on my own. But they were kind of bad issues. One, the home button did not work at all. That sucks. If you get a 3DS, the home button doesn't work, you're probably not going to want to use the system, because that sucks. How the hell do you back out of games, get back to your home screen, right? You can't. Essentially, I mean, there might be other workarounds, but, the home button doesn't work. What the hell? I had to take this thing apart. I found that the ribbon cable was actually pinched. It wasn't a major issue, but an average person who's going to buy a pre-modded system, they're buying a pre-modded system because they don't want to do any work, right? So they're not going to want to take this thing apart. They might be worried taking it apart. That's a delicate component, the ribbon cable. And even putting it back together, you still risk pinching it again, right? So that was an issue. Another issue, the Twilight menu, which allows you to have access to the DS games, did not work. There was errors. I had to fix that. I mean, they said they would fix it for me, but I knew how to fix it myself. It just required a couple small things, an update to the system, and then it worked. But for an average consumer, would they, a customer who would buy from them, I asked them, would you take care of this for your customer? Oh, yes, we would, ask them return it, or we would give them a video on how to fix things, and if they weren't comfortable fixing it, we would fix it for them. I can't guarantee that. So there are risks involved buying from any company. You have to assume those risks. I mean, always recommend do it yourself, man. Do it yourself. But there you go. Overall, the condition of this system was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. It's not bad. Was it worth the $350? If I would have paid for it, I could have got it for half of that, doing the work myself, honestly. But to each their own. You may think it's worth it. Others may not. There you go. That's my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.